Donald Trump says he's gonna build a wall across the border with Mexico. I'm so excited I could sing. I'm just a wall, yes, I'm only a wall, and I'm standing on the National Mall. Well,
Whoa! We don't have the rights to that song. Also, don't you know you're a massive government infrastructure project? You'll have to go through Washington first.
What do you mean? Donald Trump builds stuff all the time, like a lot. It's easy.
The federal government is totally different. I'll show you how hard it's gonna be. You start as an idea.
Hey, that's me.
It sure is, Wall, but getting you from Trump's imagination to being built is gonna take a lot of work. The White House Executive Office of the President will draft a proposal to build you. Then that goes to the Office of Management and Budget, where some nerds will crunch numbers and put funding for you into the president's budget proposal.
How much will I cost?
You're not going to be cheap. You could cost anywhere from $10 to $25 billion, and that's just for your construction.
Who cares? Trump says he'll get Mexico to pay for it. He makes deals all the time. It'll be a great deal.
We'll get to that. Next, you'll head here to the U.S. Congress, where you will live or die.
Why can't Mr. Trump just do it without those losers?
Because we have a system of divided government, Wall. If Trump built you without Congress, that would be tyranny. You wouldn't want that, right?
Right. Sure.
Trump can't do this alone. A congressman will write a bill calling for you to be built. That will be sent to a committee for review. The Congressional Budget Office will score the cost of the bill, and the Congressional Research Service will conduct studies about your impact.
Hey, what's this garbage?
Huh, that's red tape. Washington has plenty. You'll be covered in it by the time we're through. Anyway, the House of Representatives will vote. If it passes, they'll send you to the Senate. You'll probably get filibustered, so you'll need more than a majority to break it. If you pass, both houses will work out their differences in a conference committee.
So then Trump signs me and I'm built. Hooray! Let's get to the border.
Oh, not so fast. We've only just begun. Now, it's the federal bureaucracy's turn.
What's this? Where are we now?
This is the Department of Homeland Security. They'll oversee the bulk of your project. And they'll have the power to seize private land using eminent domain to build you.
That's fantastic. Mr. Trump loves eminent domain.
Yeah, so I've heard. Anyway, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement and the Border Patrol guard the area where you'll be built. And don't forget about roads. Trump will need to work with the Department of Transportation, which may play a role in oversight over the roads leading into Trump's big, beautiful doors he plans to build along the border. And along the way, the Government Accountability Office will hold everyone on task and issue more reports about what they find. And you'll need the Army Corps of Engineers, who may help with some construction and study the costs and benefits as part of another major report.
Reports. Boring. Let's get to building.
Sorry, Wall. You know what they say. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
I have no idea what that means.
Never mind. Let's get you to the Environmental Protection Agency. You could threaten local habitats. The EPA will come up with an environmental impact study to see just how harmful you might be to the environment. Your construction could cause dangerous flooding, so you'll need the Federal Emergency Management Agency to have a plan. You will pass through public land controlled by the Department of the Interior, which oversees national parks. Agents from the Fish and Wildlife Service will study your impact on animal life. You could keep threatened species from their food source, or even their families. You could also pass through Native American land, so the Bureau of Indian Affairs will need to be part of this too. Trump will need to send the Department of Agriculture to check on the impact on farmland, and the U.S. Forest Service, the U.S. Bureau of Land Management, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration will all study your impact.
They can study all they want. Look at those beams. Are they small beams? I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee.
You're going to need someone to build the wall. It'll require millions of man-hours and a small army of workers. The Department of Labor will keep a close eye on this. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration will want to ensure all working conditions are safe and follow up on any workplace accidents. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission would make sure the hiring process falls under federal law. Plus, you're going to stretch all the way to the Pacific Coast, so you'll need the Federal Maritime Commission involved. And the U.S. Coast Guard will help the Border Patrol on the Rio Grande, so we shouldn't forget about them. You're also going to affect trade routes, because Mexico is one of our biggest trading partners. And speaking of other countries, the government will need to be in contact with Mexico about the project. It'll require participation from the State Department.
Whatever. Trump's ambassador is going to tell the Mexicans to go shut the...
Whoa, hey, Wall.
I was going to say shut the front door. The front door to the wall.
Whatever, Wall. You know, I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about how Trump thinks he's going to make Mexico pay for the wall. He says he's going to stop Mexican immigrants from sending remittance payments to their families unless Mexico pays up. So he'll need help from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under the Federal Reserve. Look, Wall, you're going to be really controversial. So Trump is liable to get sued. His administration is going to have to defend itself. You might even end up here at the Supreme Court. So you see, Wall, building through the federal government is a lot more complicated than just building something like a hotel. There are many factors, and it's really hard. All in all, it's all just another brick in the wall. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Now that's a wall. Personally, I would use more gold.